Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello, people. Hello, hi, good afternoon and welcome. Come in, please come in and make yourselves comfy. Oh, you already have. Oh, well, that's good. There's no time to waste, is there? No, there never is. We have our lie-in on a Sunday, don't we? Well, yes, but sometimes we also have a lie-in on a Saturday too. Sometimes we feel the need for a lie-in. You know, that time when we deliberately don't get out of bed. That time, normally at the weekend, when we just stay in bed when we wake up, drifting in and out of a sort of half-sleep state. Ah, great times. But that was then, and this is now. So forget about the zombie-like state that we achieve when we're having a lie-in. This is Monday, not Sunday, and definitely not Saturday. Time to wake up, people. Time to wake up and smell the coffee, or tea, or whatever else you can smell. Hopefully it's a nice smell. But if it's not a nice smell, then get out of bed and open a window. All right, so what are we doing here? Well, we're here to revise some more English, aren't we? You all know that. This is Monday, another day to start another week. And this week, just like the week that went before it, and the week which went before that, we're having another look at what we've already seen. Yes, we're in the midst of a mega revision. So, it must be time to roll the tape. Press the button, Viv. Press the button. No, not that one. The other one. The one with the little green arrow on it. Yes, that's the one. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the studio. Now, how are you all today? Is everyone having a good time? What about you lot? Are the A-team having a good time today?
Yes, we are having a fantastic time today. Thanks to God last night. We woke up this morning feeling refreshed. We had for breakfast and now we're going to save the world again. See you later.
Well, that's marvellous, isn't it? We're all here and we're all having a good day. Great! Well then, in that case, there's only one thing left to do, isn't there? Animals, assemble! Now, animals, you all know the drill. So today, I'm not even going to tell you what you already know. You've been drilled in this so many times that you know it backwards. Gusti, you know what we expect from you. Margot, you know what you have to not do. And Nigel, friendly, hairy Nige. Nige, you know the plan, so get with it. Thank you, animals. And now, well, let's get stuck in. Now, today's Monday. You all know that. But who can remember what we looked at last week? What did we look at last lesson? Can anyone remember? Yes, that's right, Sergeant Salami. Last lesson, we saw the Benchfields, didn't we? And what were they doing? They were getting ready to go shopping, weren't they? Yes, that's right. Last lesson, we saw that Alfredo and the kids were going to the supermarket to do the shopping. Tim was being uncooperative as usual, but Alfredo was trying to write a shopping list with the help of his children. Alfredo's shopping list wasn't very successful, was it? I mean, normally when I write a shopping list, I try to write down everything that we need. I check the cupboards and the fridge to see what food we need. I check the cupboard under the sink to see what cleaning stuff we need. You know, liquids to clean the flat with, stuff for washing the floor, stuff for cleaning the bathroom, all the normal household chemicals that people use. But Alfredo was irritated by Tim, wasn't he? Tim wasn't very helpful or cooperative. So finally, Eventually, Alfredo told everyone to get into the car. Alfredo told all the kids to get into the car and they went to the supermarket. Alfredo decided that it was easier to work out what they needed when they got to the supermarket. Even if they buy something that they don't need at the moment, they can always store it somewhere until they do need it, can't they? Yes, of course they can. Okay, so let's just think about the conversation that we heard between the members of the Benchfield family last lesson. Let's just think about some of the language that they used. Think about the first question that Alfredo asked Doreen. He asked her, "Doreen, do we have any rice?" Now, we all know what rice is, don't we? Yes. Rice is a type of food. People in Asia eat a lot of rice, like the rice in this bowl. Okay, so that's rice. We all know that. But what about the rest of the question? Alfredo asked if there was any rice. Any. Do we have any rice? And what about Doreen's reply? Well, after Doreen looked in the cupboard, she replied, "Yes, we've got some rice in the cupboard." After that, Alfredo wanted to know about the breakfast cereal situation. And Doreen's answer featured the word some again. Well, there's some breakfast cereal. So, let's have a look at those two words, shall we? Let's have a look at some and any. We use some and any in a similar way to the way we use the indefinite article. Now, who remembers what the indefinite article is? That's right. The indefinite article is just the official word for or un. We use and un to mean one when we're speaking about countable singular nouns. We all remember that, don't we? I think we all do, but let's just see a couple of examples to make sure that everyone's on track. I've got a football. Alfredo works in a bank. There's a strange woman standing at the door. Okay, so in those examples, we can see that we use the indefinite article to mean one thing or one person. I've got a football means the same as I've got one football, but it's more normal to use the indefinite article. Alfredo works in a bank, one of the many millions of banks in the world. There's a strange woman. How many strange women? One, a strange woman. Now, we also know that the indefinite article comes in two forms, don't we? We use for nouns which begin with a consonant, and we use un for nouns which begin with a vowel. You all remember the difference between vowels and consonants, don't you? There are 5 vowels in the English language: A, E, I, O, and U. All the other letters in the alphabet are consonants. Okay, that's the basic rule. But a while ago, I told you about times when we don't pay attention to the first letter of the word, but instead we pay attention to the sound of the word, how the word is pronounced. If, for example, we look at the words our, university, and European, then we can see that we should say a hour, an university, and an European. But we don't, do we? No. With these words, the sound of the word, the pronunciation is the key. Because we never pronounce the H at the beginning of our, the word sounds like it starts with an O, not an H. So, we use un, the same way we would use un in front of a noun which begins with a vowel. So, in the same way that we say an aardvark, an eel, an iguana, an octopus, and now, that's difficult. I can't think of an animal which begins with the letter U. Okay, let's forget the animals and say an umbrella. We also use un, not when the word sounds like it starts with a vowel, not a consonant. The word hour sounds like it starts with an O, not an H. So we say an hour, not a hour. If we're talking about a bicycle with only one wheel, then we're talking about a unicycle, not an unicycle, because the word sounds like it starts with a y sound, which means that it sounds like it starts with a consonant, either J or Y. Now, the same thing also happens in the other direction too. So when we're talking about someone going to university to study, then we talk about them going to a university, not to an university. Because although the word university starts with a vowel, in the same way as unicycle, when we pronounce the word, it's pronounced as though it begins with a consonant. It's that y sound again, isn't it? The same thing is also true of the adjective European. Because it sounds like the first letter is a consonant, we don't say an European, we say a European. Now, one thing which we didn't look at last time, at least I don't think we looked at it, is what happens when we use the indefinite article with other parts of speech. We saw what happens when we use the indefinite article with nouns. But in that last example, we also saw what happens when you use the indefinite article with adjectives. European is an adjective, but the rules about which form of the indefinite article we use with it are exactly the same as the rules for using the indefinite article with nouns. It's very simple, isn't it? The only area where we might get a little bit confused is when we're using an adjective and a noun together. What happens then? What happens if the noun begins with a consonant and the adjective begins with a vowel? Or it sounds like it begins with a vowel? Well, this is easy too. The word which follows the article is the thing to concentrate on. If that's a noun, fine, we know what to do. I've got a computer. We use a because the word computer begins with a consonant and the sound is also a consonant sound. If we put a modifier in front of the noun, if we put an adjective in front of the noun, something which modifies or changes the noun, then this new word, this modifier, this adjective, for example, becomes the focus of our attention. If the adjective we're using also starts with a consonant, like the noun computer, then nothing changes. I've got a new computer. The adjective new starts with a consonant and sounds like it starts with a consonant. So we use the indefinite article a. The same way that we used the indefinite article a when we were just talking about my computer, when there was no modifying adjective in the sentence. So in this sentence, the word that follows the indefinite article starts with the same sound, a consonant sound, as the noun in the sentence. And this means that we don't have to worry about the indefinite article. It was in the first sentence, and now, with a modifying adjective which also has a consonant sound, it's still But if the modifying adjective is different, if the adjective starts with a vowel or sounds like it starts with a vowel, then the indefinite article has to reflect that. So, if the adjective we're using is the color orange, then the indefinite article can't stay as it has to change to un. And that's it. Yes, it's true. I wouldn't lie to you. Imagine what Dave Squid and PC Robin Whiffle would say and do to me. So yes, I'm telling the truth. The end of the lesson has come around and it's time for us to part. Just like Romeo and Juliet, only without the poison and the dagger, obviously. All right, people, I'll see you all tomorrow for some more revision. But until then, keep on having fun, keep on being positive, and keep on having a good time. That's what it's all about. We've only got this life, so we might as well have fun. Enjoy yourselves while you still can. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have fun, have fun, have fun, and remember how to pronounce the middle initial of that Canadian actor. It's a J, not a G. Also, don't forget, it's the Hungarian nation, but it's a national football team, and we have international conferences. I'll see you all tomorrow. See you later. Bye.